welcome to the new podcast. We're gonna follow up with the stories that we were talking in our last podcast about female empowerment and female role models in communities. We have here today 4 beautiful women that attend to our activities and are coaches as well. And I'll let them start introducing themselves and continue the conversation today.
Hi, my name's Kira. I'm head of dance at Achieve More Scotland.
Hi, I'm Tori and I'm a coach at Achieve More.
Hi, my name's Nikki and I'm a coach at Achieve More Scotland.
I'm Jen and I'm a coach at Achieve More Scotland.
My role model growing up was my dance teacher, and she really inspired me to go on and learn how to dance and become a teacher, just because she struggled and she went through some life battles. She had bowel cancer while I was attending her dance class, and she actually used to come and teach us in a wheelchair, and I just was really inspired that she was still able to come to teach us class while she was so poorly, and she basically she like pushed us to go and do our teachers, and just before she died she bought us like books and stuff to make sure that we would actually go and study her teachers. So she was my role model and she inspired me to go to dance college.
I think like your mum's a obvious one, but apart from your mum I wouldn't really, I don't know.
Maybe Kira.
Oh, that was cute. Why am I your role model?
I think it's because we started comp class. That was quite exciting. No, I was scared of you at first.
Tony, when she was younger, she used to be so shy, and then she met her pal Cara, who also comes to Achieve More Scotland, and then we actually used to have a laugh with Tony and say, right Tony, back in your shell today, because she used to be so shy and now she's so outgoing, but she's better this way, so
Thanks.
no bother.
I would say my mum is definitely my role model for growing up, because going through school I always used to get picked on because of the colour in my hair, and she would always be the one telling me everything was alright, helping me do stuff. And also I think she kind of stuck by me, as in I wanted to play football for a long time, so I played football until I was like 16. Usually everybody else at that age is like hair, makeup and all that stuff, so
Yeah.
definitely my mum I'd say was my role model growing up.
I'd say the same. I don't really know what to say on that though, but I'd say the same. I wouldn't say I looked up to like singers or anything like that.
I don't think social media when we were younger, like
Nah,
obviously like we're a bit older now than Tony, like well Jen's a wee bit older than me, Nikki's a wee bit younger than me, but we're all kind of in the same age bracket. And I think social media just kind of started to become a big thing when I was a teenager, and you didn't really, I don't really think you knew that much. You knew who singers were, you knew who Beyonce was and Rihanna was, but I don't think, for me, I didn't look up to them and think I want to be that person, but I know a lot of people nowadays really do want to be
Like the kids
things like that, and they all want to be like a makeup artist. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being that, but I think because of social media that has brought that to everybody's attention, rather when we were younger we were just setting out to play, and that was you had fun, and
They're looking up to things that aren't real.
yeah,
It's not real life. Like I don't know how to explain it.
But it's real life to them, like people who are famous. Obviously they've got their whatever they've done and they've made all that money and they can get what they want, whereas we are the people that we work with, we work with people who don't have a lot of stuff, and they're looking on social media and seeing all these people with all this money doing all this stuff and getting surgery to make them look a certain way, and everybody's trying to follow that. But it's no reality. Like reality is where you have to get up and work and make a living for yourself. So
like obviously some people could work that hard and they might get to that stage, but a lot of the time people have just got lucky to be at that stage of their life. But I just think like social media has got so much to do with what actually kids want to be these days. You ask them what they want to be, and they want to be a makeup artist, or they want to be a singer, or like I know that has like always been a real thing for us as well, but it's more a reality now. Yeah.
It takes a long time to get.
And it's like older kids believe it more as well, because they see it on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
I think people that aren't helping being a good role model are people who are on reality TV shows, for example, Love Island, what's the
The only
Have
way
we-
it's
like
Essex,
all the ways
right.
Essex, stuff like that. They go in and they just basically kids on something they know to get money and get fame,
Yeah.
and people that are young see that as what they want to be when it's not
Like
actually reality.
I've got primary sevens coming in and saying, "Oh, did you watch Love Island last night?" Now I'm an adult, so yeah, I might have watched Love Island last night because it is entertaining sometimes. But a primary
It's not
7-year-old
something you
child
want.
should not be watching that because that's just like the worst picture to paint for a child. That is not what you want to be in life. Like, well, that's not what I would like to be. I mean, but that's so many people's dreams these days, and it's like how far away for you are from real life. You're living on social media. Like, your brain must be brainwashed into this is my life. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think they've got like much more
So
pressure
much
on them
pressure.
now than what we did. Definitely, like anxiety and depression and all that in kids their age is like sky high because they're trying to live a life that isn't real at the time when they're looking at all these things. I think we had it much easier, like around your age than what you have now.
And even when we were young, there is pressures as well. So, like when we were growing up, you always felt as if you had to be kind of the best version of yourself.
It was always what you wore. If like you had red
The
hair, it
nicest
was such a
trainers.
bad thing.
Yeah.
It was like specific things, whereas now it's just you can go on your phone and as soon as you go onto Instagram or Facebook, it's for instance like models for clothing websites. This tiniest wee waist, their hair and makeup's beautiful, they've got the best figure, but no everybody's like that, so they think that they need to live up to that standard to get likes on Facebook and Instagram, whatever it is, and then if they don't get that then they're not as good as everybody else. So
It's actually a shame. That is.
I know a lot of stuff are like pictures, like Instagram, like influencers are putting up pictures like as if they like just woke up and it's they've like got their makeup done, their hair done. It's like that's so.
We were
Unrealistic.
speaking about something the other day as well. What's that thing called? I know you're going to get very embarrassed. What is it called?
What is that called again? I'm actually trying to think.
What's it called again?
That's gonna annoy me.
So-
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. So Tony was telling me about this thing the other day that I had no clue about in the world, right? Like
It's
Jen doesn't know
ridiculous.
either. Like so
No,
Jen.
you
So
don't- you
basically,
really don't want to know.
OnlyFans is like
It's a lot of teenagers doing like a
So
lot
it's
of
like
people that I know like
teenagers
promoting
getting
it.
naked, right? Well, naked or into their lingerie clothing and taking pictures of
like
themselves,
sexy
and
pictures.
people are paying them to go
Like
and
a
view this.
subscription.
So basically, nobody can view it unless you pay a subscription every month. So it's
And they can
basically
view
just
your
selling
account.
yourself short. It's basically just going onto Pornhub, for example, and saying, "Oh, I'm going to pay her to watch our videos." That's what it is. And like,
Like,
there's
kids
loads of
that-
teenagers and all that doing that now. And that, like, they were telling me
Like,
about it
it's
the
on
other day, and we were
Instagram,
actually having a look, and I was like, "Oh my god, is that actually a thing?" Like, it's just like everyday people like making money off of people looking at their pictures, their dirty pictures.
It's like people that you see like we see them like in town and stuff like when you're out the weekend and it's just like crazy like they put it on like the Instagram stories like oh like go subscribe to this like and it's just like how can you feel okay with doing that? I don't know.
So for instance, like they basically have a profile and somebody has to pay to see their pictures. So like at the end of the day, like obviously if they want to make money and it's easy money to make, then they're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? And maybe they do really need that money. Like I can understand, like for instance, like pole dancing and strip clubs and stuff. I can understand why young females do that if they've got a talent and they want to make money. Then fair enough. Like going to, I mean, it would never be for me, and I would never promote somebody to do that. But I just think it's now got to a whole new level that it's like, for instance, like you can literally go click a page and pay somebody money, and that's you got pictures like or videos or whatever it is that you get. Whereas back in the day, you would actually have to go somewhere to get that. Do you know what I mean? But I still do think it was wrong. But I just think I understand like if somebody really needed to make money or whatever else, then
that obviously just falls back onto maybe the majority of the girls that age don't have a positive.
exactly.
So they don't have a mum or they don't have a coach, they don't have somebody who's there for them. So that's probably why you get people obviously because it does get promoted so much, and then it just takes for one of the pals to do it, and then they think it's alright, and then they start doing it, and then that's what
Exactly,
becomes
they're
a trend.
not educated
You know,
that
young
it's
age,
wrong.
and then when they grow up, they realise
That's there forever.
what actually happened, and that they're just vulnerable in that situation.
Because to be fair, like obviously as youth workers and as coaches, like the conversations I have with Tony and Cara, or like the younger girls, and like I would hope that I'm educating them in, like, for instance, like contraception. Like we've had conversations about like, go and get this, like, and they can come and speak to me, and they know that they can come and speak to me about stuff like that. But for these girls that are doing that, they might not have that. They might not have anybody that they can go and speak to. So I understand that kind of view on it as well. But
I think they all look like so much older now.
yeah,
Like what we would have looked like at 14 compared to what some of them are like.
think of some of the younger girls that have just went into first year that were at camp. Do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy because they've got all the makeup and all that. And like when we were younger at that age, we used to have pink blusher and like a full eyeshadow, whereas now they've got pure proper contour and eyebrows and what's that, highlighter stuff on. Like we didn't have any of that, so I feel like everybody looks the same as well now. Like with that kind of makeup, like everybody does look the same. Like all the young girls who just if they want to look older, they can if they put that makeup on, or if they go and get their makeup done, and that's what everybody does these days.
I feel like with Instagram, everybody's trying to like compete with each other, like who's got like the better pictures, who's got more likes, like, and it's just like you hear it all the time, like, oh, like she's so pretty, she's got all these likes, like, oh, and she's not that pretty, like she's got these, like she's got like the amount of likes, and it's just like as if Instagram controls the way everybody thinks nowadays.
Probably the majority of those likes is people they don't even know.
I know.
That's the thing.
That's
And
true.
Terrifying.
like me and Luna were speaking about that last week, and she put a post up about it on Facebook about what's actually going to be behind these accounts, because you don't know.
So it's not real, so you're like comparing it, but you don't even know these people, so
a real person.
it's not real.
So I was actually having a conversation on today or yesterday about how much phones just like ruin people's lives, really, like everything between relationships, families, young people, like it's just all on your phone. If nobody had phones, I think life would actually be a wee bit normal. Like phones are just a big.
But this is the thing though, like this is normal now, do you know what I mean? Like this is what people are actually living, this is how people are living their everyday life. Everybody's got a phone. Like I don't think I've came across a person in the last 4 years that doesn't own a phone. Like that's crazy, because when you think back, I used to have a Trio. Like that was my first phone. I didn't even have a Nokia. And everybody in my street used to have a Nokia, and I was like, Dad, please can I get a Nokia? Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like they have phones. Like the kids come into our summer camps and they're 10 and they've got an iPhone XR, and I'm like, you've got a better phone than me. Do you know what I mean? And you can get anything on your phone.
Well, like, my phone tells me like at the end of the week how much time I spent on it, and it, like sometimes I realise I'm like that's like so too much. Like sometimes like I spend like 6 hours daily on my phone, and I just think that's crazy.
We're all guilty of that though. If you just sit and you're like, alright, just.
I don't even think I've ever looked at that. I'm going to look at that tonight.
No, it tells me it's, I don't know, some app.
6 hours a day.
It's easy done.
You go
Like,
to work
that's my
for 6 hours a
average.
day? At night time and that, you just sit on your phone.
Lunchtime,
It's
you're on your
crazy,
phone
isn't
and
it? No.
stuff. Like
That's
you don't
true.
realise when you wake up you go on your phone. Nobody wakes up and doesn't look at their
Aye,
phone.
I do wake up and look at my phone.
I'm actually switching the subject a wee bit, but I think it was yesterday I was on my phone and I watched this video, and it was this girl, I don't know what age she is now, she's probably like maybe 18 or something like that, but she's always been bigger, and she's danced since she's been like 4 or something like that, and she's like actually amazing, but she's bigger, so she used to go for like, you know, audition for like all the big sites in like LA and all that, and they would always knock her back because of her weight, and they were saying our dance teacher when she was 10 told her that she couldn't be a dancer because he wasn't what he seen in her eyes, that she wasn't a dancer because of her weight, and now she's like a professional dancer, but she's still like a big compared to everybody else, and that's what she was saying as well. She's like, everybody always sees you as you need to be a size 6 to be a dancer and be skinny and be able to get into all these big dance schools and be successful just because of your weight size. That was actually a video that I watched. It was quite interesting.
Have you seen the tour that Beyonce done? What was it? It was like the big lie. I think it was Coachella that she done it for, the festival, and she had dancers, and she has like dancers who are big on. I was like, while I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, look, she's got fat dancers. That was your love of my life. Because you don't see it, and that's the thing. This is what people portray, like skinny dancers. Like people can move even though they're bigger. So it's just, it is a perception that everybody thinks in the dance world as well. And I was speaking to one of the other coaches who goes for auditions quite a lot, and like that's what she was saying. They've got a certain type of person that they're looking for, and they're not going to pick anybody else. So there's not even a point in you going to the audition. So
it's like a body they're looking for rather than a person.
It is. So
I think when it comes to like ballet, I think that'll always be the same. No matter, I don't think that'll ever change. But I don't know.
Disco's really bad for it though. Like you see 5-year-olds like pouting on the stage and stuff.
yeah, I just think disco
And
dancing
even
is
yeah.
like they're half naked. They're pouting at the judges. They're trying to eat in judges' faces to get points. Like in my eyes, that is not dancing. In my eyes, that is running about a floor or gymnastics.
It's
I think
basically
for
like
for dancing,
pornography a wee bit, if you think about it, because if you don't know who's going to be there, so there could be a random guy or a female who's potentially a paedophile enjoying what they see just because they
the way they're dressed.
Like what they do is great, they're all flexible, they can do some brilliant stuff, but I just think it's promoted in the wrong way.
It is.
As in you need to have fake tan hair, makeup, the smallest outfit and run about in a floor just to get points for dancing.
Like the dancing that we do at Achieve More obviously is like I think the dancing that we do at Achieve More is the most kind of popular these days. Like we normally do hip hop or contemporary, and I think obviously when you're doing contemporary dance or lyrical dance or whatever, you're actually telling a story. The dance is actually meaningful, and then I think hip hop is just fun and energetic. Like so I feel that the two styles that we actually teach and promote to the young people are like good to, like for instance, like we're not teaching disco dancing, we're not taking kids to disco dancing competitions where they do have to dress half naked. Like I actually, if kids are half dressed, like I will actually say, listen, can you bring appropriate clothes, and that's why we give them t-shirts and whatever else so that they're not dressed like that. We've got a uniform, it's a full t-shirt, a pair of leggings, and that's what we ask them to come in. We would never ask them to be half dressed in a class.
I think even at that camp there when we tried something a bit different with older ones, like we done potentially we started a heels dance, but then right away we were like, no,
we're not
you know what I mean?
the heels
Because
like
like
stage.
it was a good experience for them to try it, but then when you think about the bigger picture going in front of who you don't know who's going to be there, they see that in a different way. So I think just the way you think about stuff, like you need to be careful.
And I think when I said to them, like, listen girls, don't wear your heels when you're doing it, I think they were disappointed, but
they'll understand one day.
they will understand when they're older. And the thing is, like, we did let them do that, and we let them teach a class because it's so popular in the dance world these days. Like heels classes became so big, and there's a heels class on like every week in Glasgow, do you know what I mean? And the kids can't access that, so we were just letting them experience a different style. But when it came to actually performing the dance, we took the heels off. They still did the dance right enough, but they took the heels off because just
Too much.
yeah, it's just some of them are too young for it, so that's, and it's their choice if they wanted to wear them. We would never ever ask them to put their heels on, but they all wanted to do it because it's something a bit different.
Because they see it on Instagram.
Yeah, because you see it on Instagram. And obviously we'd try to run with the times as well. Like we're not going to say no, you can't do that because we're just old and
Well, they're going to do it in a good environment, or they're going to go do it somewhere else bad. So you'd rather than do it where you can know that they're going to be safe than go somewhere that's going to potentially hurt them.
be very sexualised behaviour in a heels dance class. Like I've watched some videos and oh my goodness, they're actually grinding with the floor. Like that is not what our heels dance class looked like. Even though they were clicking and being sassy. They weren't grinding on the floor.
Nah.
Embracing their inner Beyonce.
Yeah, they were.
I think there's some kids that if it wasn't for the mum, they wouldn't be dancing.
Yeah,
they would.
Like they're
It's
living
so
out
forced
their dreams
sometimes.
through their kid a little bit, and becomes pointless if they are. It's not for the kid, it's for them.
Sometimes they don't enjoy their dance class. Like you can tell they're just there because they've been sent to
They've been
dancing.
forced to.
Yeah. I think obviously with disco dancing as well, like I think it's a sport at the end of the day, like you need to be fit to do it, like
There's a lot of stuff.
run around the floor and kick your leg and do all the tricks that they can do. Like it is definitely useful skills that they're learning, but just the way that the whole thing is set out, the running around the floor, the pointing, the pouting, the posing to get into people's faces, I think it just teaches bad manners as well. Like
You know,
why would you ever want to
you
go into
got-
somebody's face to get a point off them? Do you know what I mean? Like I just think it's morally wrong.
And usually when you go, like when obviously we're working at the camps, there's loads of people there, and you can always kind of tell who the disco dancers are right away.
You
Just
know who they
because
are.
of their attitude, the way they act, and the
Habits.
stuff that they do, the way they dance. Like it stands out a lot compared to everybody else.
They're
not
children
either.
Like
They're mentally acting as if they're older, when but they actually are. They should just be enjoying being a child, where they're trying to be something else that they're not.
Like if we ever see like disco dancers coming in, they've been at a comp that weekend, it's like they're young, say under 13s, like there's some that maybe attend our camps, not obviously doing disco dancing with us, but they'll come in and they'll have their nails done, they'll have fake tan all round their neck, like it's just a child just shouldn't have, like their skin's getting ruined, like they're going to have spots and all that when they're teenagers because their skin's already been ruined from fake tan, like just
Too much for me personally.
But I think when they're doing it for a young age, and it's usually always the parents that push it. If you go to like a disco comp, you'll always see the parents. They'll always be top form. Everything has to be perfect. They're pushing, and then that's when they get the confidence and the sass, and they always have to be centre of attention basically, because that's what they crave when they're out there. So that's what they start to learn, think when they're in school or they're out in normal life. That's the way they act all the time. So if you're out and you see that, that's what draws your attention. So you're always going to have attention to that person, whether it's good or bad. So when they get older, as a teenager, it is going to have a lot more attention as whoever it's going to be, the boys in school or whatever. They're also going to get the attention, and all the time it's not going to be good. So therefore that's how, if they all start getting sexually active or where it is, that's how people end up in bad situations, because they're putting themselves there for a young age but they're not actually realising it. And I think it's down to the parents to, or whoever is there for them, to maybe talk to them about stuff like that and say it isn't a good idea to always be the centre of attention and put yourself in a bad situation, because it's really easy to happen at any point.
Not a competition as well.
Like you don't have to think you're better than everybody else, because you're just the same as everybody else. Keep your dancing for your dancing and just be yourself. You need to be a young from young age. You need to be growing up so fast and.
Like we all love dancing, but I think obviously there is a big massive stigma around disco dancing, and the dancing that we promote, it's a safe place for the young people to come, and like that's the way we want it to be. As disco dancing it creates that horrible attitude in a young person, and we can see it. Like we all teach dancing, do you know what I mean, and we see them coming through the door if they've been to a disco dancing class. You can see it straight away. They've got the pouting attitude, the making faces at you, like if you say you can't do that, it'll be like growling in the background or So I think going forward for our young people, like I would ask them to try and be individual and be who they want to be instead of following the crowd, and look up to somebody that does actually physically inspire you and is hooked for what you want to be in life, instead of just somebody who's on Instagram.
I would say it's good to have a role model, even if it is a celebrity and stuff like that, but you need to know that the way they look and the way they are isn't going to be you at that point, and maybe you might get there one day, but don't think because, for instance, Beyonce or Rihanna or whatever you have to look like them to get anywhere in life, because you don't, like, you need
Because
to
you
still
don't actually
learn
wake up
to
like
love
that.
yourself, basically, because if you don't love yourself, then you don't, you're just going to feel horrible all the time.
That's lovely.
I know. so good, so proud of that.
Yeah, I do think we need more people like Selena Gomez, because I feel like she shows that like she showed that Instagram and social media like affected her, like, because she's so famous, like, and like it's affected her mental health, and that's why she started 13 Reasons Why, to like show that like what can happen and what is happening, instead of just using her platform to like get all these likes. Like, she's using it to like promote like different like ways
Mental
to deal
health
with
issues and stuff, yeah.
and like bring it people's attention and what's really happening, rather than what social media is like portraying.
And it is, like, that's a real life thing, like, in that programme, like, at some points
Yeah,
can't
really
watch it because it is so graphic, but it is good to watch because that's what's happening in everyday life.
like behind social media. That's
Yeah.
the real life.
It is. Yeah, I'd offended.
I'm looking forward for the future, especially in Achievement Scotland, working with the younger people as they grow up,
And see what they become.
to hopefully see them just be themselves and grow up and enjoy their childhood, instead of trying to follow social media and any other bad role model out there, and hopefully just stick to what they love. And
Because we've already seen it as well, do you know what I mean? Like, there is young people that have grew up with Achieve More, like, and been involved from a young age and came through the other side and get into like the older teenage stage, and you can see them growing into nice young women. And it makes us feel proud as well. Like, obviously you're never going to make everybody like change everybody's life, but I think if people are involved with Achieve More, they do always have a role model they can come and speak to, like we're always about. And it's nice for them to know. And I don't know how many young girls I've said to, listen, like, if you ever need me, I'm only a text away, because they don't always want to go and speak to their mum. There is issues that you don't want to go and speak to your mum about. Like, I was lucky my mum always says that me and my sister always share too much, but I was lucky that I could do that, because it's hard that you can't keep everything to yourself. Like, you need somebody to speak to. And I think with the young girls that we work with, like, I would always encourage them to come and speak to us, because not that we're not going to know all the answers, because we're never going to know all the answers, but at least if we can speak to them, we can maybe help. And not even about negative stuff. Like, I love when the girls come and tell me about what they've got up to the weekend and get the gossip in. We love it, like, because it's good fun and it's part of the job, and it's a good part of the job. So I would just hope that they always know that they've always got somebody there to come and speak to, even though sometimes we're not always the nicest, but we are. Sometimes we need to be strict.
I would hope that like social media gets used in more of a positive way, because it's never going to go away. Like, it's always going to be there, it's going to get better. So like, if it was used in a better way for people to, like, kids to look up to, like social media influencers could use it as a more positive platform.
More real life and that.
Yeah, like, it would be nice if we could limit phones. Like, I know we can't, like, of course we can't, but it'd be nice if, say for instance, you're only allowed to use your phone during the day, you're only allowed to use it at night time. Because I think
it's like when you see younger people and they put pictures up, and if they don't make it a certain amount of likes, they'll take the picture down.
they
Like
do that.
stuff like that.
Why
Like,
can't
I
I
put
do
my
that?
picture up, and if it needs likes, I
don't
don't
care.
care. I'm like,
I-
I like that picture, so do you know.
I know,
Do
it's
you know? Like, they don't see it like that. They see, oh,
And
it's
but
like
how
that, I
good
can't
is it
keep
now
there,
though
I
when
need
we-
to hide away. Like,
I-
you
how-
just need to be yourself and
I
don't
know.
care what everybody else has got to say.
I know, like, how good is it now though that we can actually look back in the daft memories that you
I
just
know.
took a picture of yourself. I used to have red hair and I look back and I'm like, oh my god, look at that picture. But they can't do that anymore because they've put it up and then no enough people like it, so they'll take it down.
Like there's actually so many people that I've seen go, oh, I've not getting 100 likes, so I need to take this picture down. I'm like, why do you need to associate your life with what people
But
actually
if I
think
get
of
to
that?
likes.
I'm not like,
Famous
I don't even care, I'm just
I know.
like, I'm away out.
I know. I just would love people just to enjoy themselves and remember that there is actually life outside social media, and there is actually people that you can speak to, like real life people who are here.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I agree with everything. I don't know. Just good
Me
lives.
either.
Just hope for good lives for them. Like, I like what Kira says, I'm genuinely proud of them, like what they've turned into, and they're good kids. Like, you just want the best for them.
Some of them haven't had the best stats in life.
And if they're rich, I hope they remember me.
I do too.
I say that all the time. All the time.
That's our 5th podcast finished. Please leave your comments and let us know what you thought about it. I think it was a very rich, interesting conversation. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.